Hey, I'm Blake Brown on Dauphin Island. Tomorrow morning is the first annual Wings and Waves Chicken Wings Cook-Off. Things start here at the Alabama Deep Sea Fishing Rodeo site tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Tickets are only $15 right here at the gate when you arrive tomorrow morning. There's going to be a football appreciation tent, things to do for all ages. We invite you to come on down here first thing tomorrow morning on Dauphin Island. Preparations are already underway here on the island in anticipation of a huge crowd come tomorrow morning. Again, the Wings and Waves Chicken Wing Cook-Off kicks off at 11 a.m. Here's something that you don't see every day. It's sea turtle nesting time on Dauphin Island, and today we spoke to Mike Henderson, who is with the Park and Beach Board, about what's taking place.
What makes it unique, it's the Kemp's Ridley, which is the most endangered sea turtle in our area. What makes it even more unique is that most of the sea turtle nestings in the upper Gulf Coast had to be relocated and sent to the other side of Florida because of the fear that if they had a natural hatching and they went out into the Gulf, they would all be killed by the oil out there. Thankfully, Dauphin Island was blessed in the first place, and we had really not get much oil compared to a lot of areas. But still, we can understand the need for doing something like this. But the good news is that Fish and Wildlife and others recently made the decision that the waters are clean enough and pure enough to have a natural hatching of the sea turtles, and we're just delighted. You got Fish and Wildlife and state agencies and groups like Dauphin Island Sea Lab and Dauphin Island Park and Beach Board, and a great group of volunteers that have been monitoring the beaches for a long time. This particular nest, they know is going to hatch out between now and the next 10 days. They've already taken the first steps in putting a caging or wiring above the nest so that animals, if they start hearing them coming out, won't try to dig them up. They'll be down here at night. These wonderful volunteers will be down here at night with stethoscopes, listening for the eggs to start hatching, and very, very soon we will have a natural hatching of the Kemp's Ridley sea turtle in our area again, which is just wonderful news.
And it's a rare thing. It doesn't happen all the time, right?
It does not happen all the time. On Dauphin Island, we know we have a good many sea turtle hatchings. We don't have the large number of volunteers that other areas do. So you don't have the identification that other areas. But for example, that particular nest there, I mean, sea turtles have been doing this for millions of years. Sometimes they may lay the eggs a little bit too close to the water. So if it gets frequent high tides, that could be a problem for the nest, and it's better to relocate them. Others, like that situation, was literally laid at the steps of a house on the west end, and obviously would not work. So volunteers identified the nest for what it was, dug them up. I think there's 83 or 84 eggs in the nest itself. Dug them up, brought them down here properly. It's a real science to it, and re-nested them in the right way to do it, so that we're going to have a hatching, which we think is going to be what they call a boil, and that so many come up at one time. So we're really excited about this.
And you've been down here for like 30 years, you said? So
yes, longer than dirt. Never. I'm live, I've never seen. But for example, that being a Kemp's Ridley, they hatch at night. So you're not going to see them in the daytime anyway. Loggerheads and others might be different, but this particular turtle only hatches at night. And it's a thing that once it goes very quickly. But that nest has been there for probably 45, 50 days or so. So you've got this one tight window when they actually start nesting, and if you're there, it's great. If you're not, you've missed it.
I'm Blake Brown on Dauphin Island, and we invite you to stay up to date with us by checking out our Facebook page and also by going to alabamacoast.org.